So I'm going to speak to you from Matthew chapter 21. And I've entitled my sermon, Cut Loose to Be of Use. Verses 1 through 11, you will see Jesus telling the disciples to go and untie a donkey and bring it to him. The donkey was useless to Jesus as long as it was tied to a pole. The moment it came to Jesus, it became useful. Matthew 21, verses 12 through 17, cut loose from the love of money. It says, and Jesus entered the temple and drove out all who sold and bought in the temple, and he overturned the tables of the money changers and the seats of those who sold pigeons. He said, it is written, my house shall be called a house of prayer, but you have made it a den of robbers. And the blind and the lame came to him in the temple, and he healed them, it goes on to say. Now, why did Jesus get so upset? So you go out, okay, and you pay a few rupees more and give your pigeon, and the man will give another pigeon, which is blemishless. Where did this blemishless pigeon come from? Just before me, Sam went. So Ajay's pigeon came to Sam, Sam's pigeon came to me, my pigeon went to Amit. That's how they did. And that was the problem. Learn to give to God. You cannot serve God and money. It says in Hebrews 13:5, keep your life free from the love of money and be content with what you have. For he said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. 1 Timothy 6:10, for the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. Okay? For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. Lust for money. What is the first thing I said? Giving must be in secret. Giving must be sacrificial. Giving must be systematic. Giving must be spontaneous. Look what happens in 2 Corinthians chapter 8 verse 1. You saw that the Macedonian church, out of extreme poverty, they first gave themselves, and then the rich generosity welled up in the way they gave to God. Okay? Cut loose from hypocrisy. In the morning, as he was returning to the city, he became hungry. And seeing a fig tree by the wayside, he went to it and found nothing on it but only leaves. And he said to it, may no fruit ever come from you again. And the fig tree withered at once. Not the season of figs. Then why did Jesus get so angry? Why did he curse the fig tree that the fig tree died at once? The problem is, if a fig tree has leaves, it must have fruit. That's the problem. Hypocrisy. Here is a fig tree in pretense. It is pretending as though it's got lot of fruit. If I say I'm a follower of Jesus, there must be fruit. People must be able to see love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness. God must manifest those things in my life, and I must be open. Cut loose from pride. Look what it says. And when he entered the temple, the chief priests and the elders came to him. By what authority are you doing these things? They're asking him. Pride. Cut loose from pride. In my life, I should not have pride. Because it says in Numbers 12:3, Moses was a meek man, more meek than anyone else on the face of the earth. Moses, the greatest leader, one of the greatest leaders in the Old Testament. Meek man, humble man. It talks of Jesus in Philippians chapter 2 verses 3 to 8. And Jesus, it says, and being found in human form, this is verse 8, he humbled himself by becoming obedient to the point of death, even death on a cross. Andrew Murray says, the way to humility is by obedience. The way to humility is by obedience. Obedience to God. Be humble. Obey, obey, obey. God opposes the proud, gives grace to the humble. Opposes. Can you win if God opposes you? Just think of it. No way. 33 to 46, cut loose from bad stewardship. Cut loose from bad stewardship. Okay? Whatever God has given you time, God has given you talent, God has given you treasure. Okay? Everyone has got 24 hours. Need to be a good steward of that time, a good manager of that time. If you're a married man, you must spend time with your wife and children. Important, important, important. No mobile phone, no nothing. Learn to spend time profitably with God. Do not waste your time. Do not. Once time is gone, it will never come back. Important, 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 okay?